everybody. Welcome back to the Royal Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I am reading on today. But before we get started, you know what I'm going to say. Have you subscribed yet? Look right down here. Go in your settings. Hit the subscribe button. There it is right there. And while you're in there, hit your notification bell so you'll know when I upload. And give me a thumbs up for my nemesis, that unrelenting algorithm that always has me by my neck. I would appreciate it. And also, we have the join button down here. That's for channel memberships. If you decide to become a channel member and join our reading club, you will help this channel to grow, to improve, and just become the best that it can be. And I would be so appreciative to you if you did that. And I would like to give a shout out to our newest channel member, Jay CD. Jay, thank you. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. It is so appreciated. Yeah, so appreciated. And if you go over to the community page, you will find your official welcome to the reading club. And thank you again. All right, let's get into this read. I had posted earlier today, and if you have saw that podcast, you know how angry I was. I mean, this was not a good day, to say the least. It was not a good day to have to put together the read, because I had to muck through so much garbage that people had regurgitated in these internet streets. Every time it seems that Harry and Meghan show their face, they lose their minds. I'm censoring myself. And it can be the noblest of causes, like helping parents who have lost their kids to unaliving. It can be just that noble. And these rats and rodents and haters and derangers and toadies and hags come out in full force to attack them, doing the same thing that Harry and Meghan is trying to prevent, and what has happened to these poor parents who have lost their children. So I got a little animated, and you can see I am start every time I talk about it, I get angry, I get animated, I get angry. How low of a human being can you be to attack someone who is trying to help someone who's grieving? I am a person who is just recently coming out of grief. Grief is no joke, and it is the depths of depression. And for these people to be out in these streets trying to make a dollar, talking nonsense, attacking the people who are trying to help, I'm going to put my voice out there. I put it out there, and I am going to continue to put it out there. It's disgusting and it's gross what they are doing. And I believe in karma. And I am praying that karma comes really soon for some of them. They are so disgusting. I'm not going to name names. I am tempted to name names. But it's one that I named earlier who was blatantly lying on Meghan, trying to discredit what Meghan and Harry is trying to do, is to help people. And she want to lie and say Meghan was screaming at producers. I'm telling y'all, it is so hard for me. It really is, because I have a temper. I am a person, I'm a Libra. And also, I have a personality that believes in justice and believe in doing the right thing and being honest and being a good person that believes in equality. Just, you know, and to have to deal with these people, I can only imagine what Meghan has to go through. For her to be able to sit there and be calm while talking about her pain, new respect for her. New respect for her. I didn't think I could respect Meghan more, but I do because she is a better woman than me. I knew Meghan was a better woman than me when she put up with all that nonsense from that family and never did say anything. She's still not really saying anything. If it had been me, it would have been a whole different ball game. I think back, I said this from the beginning. I think back to when Kate stepped to Meghan. I said then, better woman than me. Meghan has showed herself to be a better woman than me on several occasions. But I digress. I am just, for them to attack her, Prince Harry, and those families, and not, it would be different if Meghan them said something about that family over there. It's still not justification for them to bully her, but she didn't even mention those people. They are just like these trolls and toadies and haters and derangers and witches and hags are like hungry dogs. That's the way they behave. Anything that Meghan says, they try to turn it into something to make money off of and to turn into hate towards her. And the reason I am so mad is this is the reason those kids died. And yet and still, they are continuing to do it. Let's get into this article. And it's only going to make me madder because I, I can, I try to focus on Harry and Meghan and the good that they're doing. But it's hard for me to sit back and watch them attacked and used and lied on without pushing back and being angry. It's hard for me. And on this channel, I'm always going to push back. Now, if you prefer somebody who kind of sit backs and just only focus on Harry and Meghan, the positive stuff, then I might not be for you because I'm a fighter. I will throw hands with you. Okay? I do it in the comments on X and anywhere else I see somebody talking noise about Harry and Meghan, or especially telling lies. I'm a fighter. Always have been, always will be. And this channel is, I'm sorry, this is going to be a pushback channel. Sometimes this is going to be a pushback channel. It's not going to be a pushback channel all the time. Because I love all the positive stuff that Harry and Meghan does. And if you go back on my videos, I only talked about the positive stuff that Harry and Meghan has done. And I love that. But I wish we as Harry and Meghan fans had the luxury of just enjoying what they're doing. Like the Beehive, like the Swifties, like the, I don't know what the Ariana Grande's fans are called, but yeah, I wish we could do that. But we don't have that luxury because we have to fight against a smear campaign, a calculated smear campaign, a financed smear campaign, bots and troll farms, and paying trolls and all these things in the tabloids churning out this nonsense and hate and panels of people talking nonsense and spewing hate. We have to push back. We have to push back because my thoughts about that is if we don't push back, those are the only voices people hear. They are the only ones. They'll hear this woman from Barbados talk about Meghan is going to get a butt lift when she goes to Colombia. This is what they're saying out there, and we have to push back. And like I said, be patient with me because sometimes my podcast is going to be about pushing back. And this is one of them. This is going to be a pushback video. This is going to be a pushback podcast like the one before it because it's necessary, I feel like. And like I said, I'm a fighter. I always have been. Let's talk about this. I found this on Celebrity on their website. Kaiser wrote it. And Kaiser, like I said, what Kaiser does, she writes an article about an article. So it's like an article within an article. And she gives her analysis. And usually it is right on point, just like this one is right on point. And the title of the article is "The British Tabloids Are Attacking Christopher Bouzy and the Sussex's Parent Network." This is what we're dealing with. This is what Kaiser said. Christopher Bouzy is not a Sussex pal. Thank you. Thank you, Kaiser. Everybody who ever said one kind word about Harry or Meghan is considered a pal or their friend or some nonsense like that. And he is not making a living by talking about the Sussexes like so many are. Crazy eyes, and the lady who is not a lady who has the C in front of her name. That one. And little tooth, big tooth now. She is the one talking about somebody's body language. Harry, the marriage in trouble, the body language. Them. They're the one who, and let's not forget, I'm going to call her by name. I'm name checking her, Angela Levin. Blatantly lying, provoking hate. Boozy founded and operates Bot Central and Sentinel, and Spoutable. And he is a data-driven analyst on social media, politics, and culture. Boozy was included in the Harry and Meghan Netflix series because he was speaking about the online hate campaign against Meghan, which Boozy documented with data. Christopher Boozy was not on Harry and Meghan docuseries talking out of his neck. He came with the receipt. He came with the data. This year, Boozy also got attention from the British tabloids because he was one of several high-profile people questioning the weirdness of all those fake and staged photos of the Princess of Wales. But yet and still, these trolls, they have nothing to say about that. They call people who actually has a brain to see all this nonsense that was coming out of Kensington Palace at the time was weird. They call them call us trolls because we called it out. And Christopher Bouzy called it out. Let's go on. And his analysis was basically like, none of this makes any sense, and we're being lied to, which was true. Well, now the British tabloids are once again attacking Boozy because he has his connection to the Sussexes and because he never brought what the British media was selling. They're making this about the Sussexes' new parent network initiative, as in the Sussexes are trying to help parents who have lost children online to online harm. But the Sussexes are hypocrites because Busey was mean to Kate and mean to the lying British tabloid. That's seriously the argument that they are making here. They want to discredit Harry and Meghan. Basically, they want to out because they know what they have done and they know what they are continuing to do. And they know it makes them look bad. And they know that what they're doing have harmful results. So they want to cover it up like a cat covering up his poop and trying to blame Christopher Boozy for bullying Kate by calling out the truth, knowing that woman who was bouncing around at that market was no more Kate than Santa Claus was, or the woman on the bench. Clearly AI. That's what I believe, and I think Christopher Boozy proved that. Why? Why did they do all of that? Never explained it. But yet and still, when you call it out, when you point it out, they want to say you bullying her. You bullying her. When you are using your brain to see what is going on here. They are trying to blow smoke up your skirt. And you are saying, well, y'all are trying to blow smoke up my skirt. You bullying. You bullying right there. It said raw expert had slammed Harry and Meghan Markle for not practicing what they preach after the CBS interview online on social media, hitting out at their links to tech entrepreneur Christopher Boozy, who online trolling of the Princess of Wales went as far as stating that she was aging as fast as a banana. Where was the lie? She was. And all of a sudden she wasn't no more. She was able to turn back the hands of time. We all saw it and we continue to see it. And they see it too, but they want to try to pretend like we're the crazy one. We're bullying her when has the truth became bullying? Now, Angela Levin was lying on Meghan, saying she was screaming at the producers. That's bullying. That's lying. But saying that Kate looks a whole lot different and better since cancer is not bullying. That's a fact. I digress. And and so it says Christopher has previously aimed personal attacks at Kate, William, and King Charles and Queen Camilla, including commenting about their appearance. Writing once that the Prince of Wales looked like he is a bald muppet. And I think what Christopher was doing, he was comparing William. You know that Muppet is as being the. I think they be watching opera or something. But okay, that's better than lying on someone and provoking hate against them. He was making a joke. And he said that critics of Meghan wanted to paint her as some sort of harlot, adding King Charles cheated on Diana and his mistress is now the Queen Consort. Where did he lie? Where did he lie? I don't think he did. Where did he lie? It said within 30 minutes of Kate's video announcing a cancer diagnosis, he was fueling the fire surrounding conspiracy theories about in a rant to his 350,000 followers on X. I'm sorry to hear Kate has cancer. I hope she has a full recovery, but it's also clear that all three of the earlier photos of her was fake. Where was the lie? Why is that bullying? Where is the lie? And the palace tried to cover it up, he wrote. Where is the lie? Where is that? However, his remarks will often judge individuals by the company they keep, hitting out at their link to Christopher and Omut Scobie, whose latest book, Endgame, was involved in a disgraceful roll over unproven accusations which has never been satisfactorily explained. They know, they know. Ain't nobody. Piers Morgan dropped the dime on Kate about her racist remarks. That didn't have nothing to do with Christopher Bouzy or Omid Scobie. Didn't have nothing to do with them. Nobody would have never knew. I wouldn't have never knew if he hadn't dropped the dime on her. And then all of a sudden she get cancer to cleanse herself. My belief. Okay, it said a male has this is what Kaiser said. The Mail has exhaustively a compilation of all of Boozy's comments on the Windsors, and it was like they were playing his greatest hits. Boozy's comments were right on the money across the board, from the British media's royalist propaganda to the um, chaotic palace messaging around the missing princess. It to his petty jabs at the whales. Two things are happening simultaneously. One, the British media actually wants an excuse to publish all of Boozy's criticism of the royals just as a stirrer. Two, they also want to say that anyone who sides with the Sussexes has somehow been radicalized by the Sussexes, and they are all on the same team, and that the Sussexes are responsible for whatever data-driven analysts say about anything. Exactly. If you ever take up for Harry and Meghan, you're on their team, you're radicalized by them. You know, that's what they say about the Sussex Squad. We are paid, we are radicalized, and in actuality, it's all projection. Only thing about the Sussex Squad that makes us come together is the fact that we hate bullies. We hate liars. We hate deranged hate spewers. And we hate that a smear campaign is aimed at a couple who has done nothing but try to do good. It's hard to watch. If they stop, we would stop. And to me, that's not cultish at all. We are just defending them. And when it's nothing to defend, we'll go on about our business. And so that's pretty much the article. And I think Kaiser did an excellent job. They printed all of Christopher Boozy's texts and they were right on point. It was no lies told, it was no exaggerations made. Everything that come out of Kensington Palace while Kate was disappeared was lies, AI videos, all kind, and we still don't know why that happened. I believe it was to cover up. I believe that it was to cover up a facelift and to cleanse her from the taint of racism. I believe that's what this whole cancer thing is about. I said what I said. That's my belief, and I stand 10 toes down on that. And if I'm wrong and somebody have a problem with that, prove it. You prove it. Prove me wrong. And if you prove me wrong, I'll be happy to apologize. I will make a podcast devoted to me saying I'm sorry. But for right now, I'm standing on that. I am. This has been a hard day, squatties, especially if you're a fighter like me. Hopefully, tomorrow will be better. We'll have good news and we can focus on the trip to Colombia. And I can't wait. I need something positive, but I know I'm going to have to be throwing hands on that about that too. And one thing about me, if you know one thing about me, I don't mind throwing some hands when I need to. All right, y'all. Bye.